Hello friends, in previous video we have discussed about three branches of biology, that is botany, zoology and microbiology. Today I am here with the new topic, that is Introduction to Microbiology, which is the topic in 10th standard science part 2, that is chapter number 7, which is of Maharashtra State Board syllabus. This chapter includes three main points. First is applied microbiology, second is industrial microbiology, and third is product. We'll see in detail about these three types today. In first applied microbiology, study of enzymes is there. Mainly the enzymes are studied which are related to some prokaryotes and eukaryotic microbes, genetics and molecular biology. The role of enzymes related with all these microorganisms is done in the branch of applied microbiology. Second main important microbiology use is in industrial microbiology, that is related to commercial use of microbes in which various economic, social and environment related processes and products are included. There are two main features of industrial microbiology. First is production with the help of fermentation process. Products which are being derived by this process are bread, cheese, wine, raw materials for chemicals, enzymes, nutrients, medicines, etc. These products we are using one or another in our daily life. Second is use of microbes for garbage management and pollution control. Garbage management is also one of the main important problem. As you all know, in Aurangabad city we were suffering a lot due to this garbage problem. This is also cured by using some species of microorganisms, and in pollution control also these some microorganisms play important role. What is pollution? I think you are now 10th standard students, you all know what is the pollution. If you don't know, please go through the previous science standard textbooks and get cleared. Then we'll see about microbiology main features and their production. We will first see about dairy products. Dairy products, you all know, they are related with milk. You all know, अगर हमने दूध को 1 या 2 दिन तक रखा तो वो खराब हो सकता है, लेकिन अगर उसको दही, मक्खन, चीज, घी इसमें से कोई भी प्रोडक्ट में कन्वर्ट किया तो उस वो ज़्यादा दिन तक अच्छी कंडीशन में रहता है और हम उसको उपयोग में ला सकते हैं। अगर दूध का दही बनाना है तो ये जो प्रोसेस है आप सब लोगों ने घर में देखा होगा। मम्मी पहला जो ऑलरेडी 1 दिन पुराना दही है बना हुआ ऑलरेडी, उसमें का 1 चम्मच निकाल के जो दूध का दही बनाना है वो दूध में डाल देती है। That dahi is nothing but the inoculant or starter culture in scientific language. मराठी में हम इसको ही विरजन बोलते हैं, दुधाला विरजन टाकणे। और दूसरे दिन या समर सीजन है तो 5-6 घंटे के बाद ही दैट मिल्क इज गेटिंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू कर्ड और दही. This is the small scale curd production. This is a chemical process. But we all know the microbiological phenomenon behind this process. क्या कनेक्शन है इसमें माइक्रोबायोलॉजी का? You all know that the microorganisms which are already present in milk, we can't see them with our naked eyes, but with the help of microscope we can observe them. They are called as lactobacilli, and the sugar which is present in milk is nothing but lactose sugar. जैसे कि फल फ्रूट्स में फ्रुक्टोज शुगर होती है, वैसे दूध में जो शुगर रहती है उसको लैक्टोज शुगर बोलते हैं, और जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स मिल्क में ऑलरेडी नेचुरली प्रेजेंट है वो है लैक्टोबैसिलाई. कीप द नेम इन योर माइंड प्रॉपरली. These microorganism names are quite difficult or you are not familiar with this, but in this chapter particularly there are too many like these names. You have to learn them by heart and learn their spellings also well. They might be asked in the objective type questions. So don't do any mistake while writing the answers in your board exam. Now we'll see about curd making phenomenon. What happens that changes the milk, liquid milk into solid curd? What happens that lactose sugar in the milk by the fermentation process due to the lactobacilli organisms, that lactose sugar is converted into lactic acid, due to which that milk proteins which are already present in the milk, they start coming close together, and due to which the curd gets first semi-solid consistency and finally it becomes solid. This happens due to the coagulation of milk proteins which are present in the milk. Now we'll see about the industrial level curd making. We have seen how to make curd at home. We make it at the very small amount. घर में हम बहुत कम क्वांटिटी में दही बनाते हैं, लेकिन इंडस्ट्रीज में जहाँ पे हम बाजार से रेडीमेड दही लेके आते हैं पैक डब्बा कैन वगैरह में, वहाँ पे बहुत बड़ी अमाउंट में ये कर्ड बनाया जाता है. उसी को योगर्ट भी बोलते हैं. तो ये जो योगर्ट है उसको इंडस्ट्रियल इंडस्ट्रीज में कैसे बनाते हैं, डेयरीज में कैसे बनाते हैं, उसमें क्या डिफरेंस है, ज्यादा प्रमाण में बनाने के लिए उनको क्या क्या अलग किया जाता है, क्या क्या प्रिकॉशंस लिए जाते हैं, we'll study them in detail. So we'll see about yogurt production, that is the main important product of dairy in industries. Yogurt is a milk product which is produced with the help of lactobacilli, that is called as inoculant in scientific language. For maintaining the protein content of the curd exact, condensed milk powder is mixed with the milk to be fermented. For industrial production of yogurt, first the milk which is being fermented is boiled and then it is cooled to the warm temperature, optimum temperature. Then bacterial strains, two types of bacteria are used here in the yogurt production in dairies. First one is Streptococcus thermophilus. Keep in mind this name is new, Streptococcus thermophilus, and second is Lactobacillus delbrueckii. Learn the spelling well. Lactobacillus delbrueckii and Streptococcus thermophilus. These are the two microorganisms which are being used in the yogurt production. They are added to the milk which is already pasteurized. Then condensed milk powder is being added into that milk sample for maintaining the protein content. These two microorganisms are added in specific proportion, not randomly. That proportion is 1:1. You have to keep in mind this proportion also, that is most important. Due to which the lactose sugar in the milk is again converted into lactic acid due to the fermentation process, and the consistency of the yogurt is due to the coagulation of milk proteins which are already present in the milk. Acetaldehyde compounds are also produced during this process, due to which the characteristic taste to the yogurt is given. Then adding different fruit juices like strawberry juice or banana juice, different types of yogurts, strawberry yogurt and banana yogurts are also made nowadays. Shelf life of yogurt and its probiotic properties can be improved by pasteurization. So this was the main process what we have studied in detail, that is yogurt production. I think you might have understood all these processes. So if in exam the question is there, write a note on yogurt production in dairies on large scale. What you have to do, you have to keep all these steps in mind, and one after another, by keeping in your mind the proper sequence of these steps, you have to write all these steps properly and write the names of the microorganisms, their proportion, name of the chemicals which are being produced during the process, the chemical process which is done here, that is fermentation process. You have to write this also, and write the spellings well. Write in short, don't write any other thing in between, because in science you don't get marks for any nonsense. You have to write the proper scientific words, scientific terms, scientific names properly. Marks are given only to those points. They don't see the length of the answer. You have to be very, very correct. Then next product today we are going to see is butter. Butter is of two types. One is sweet cream and second is cultured cream. What is the difference in these two? The difference is sweet cream is without microbes. For example, Amul butter which you use at your home, ready-made butter, Amul butter, that is a sweet cream. After being produced, some amount of salt is added, due to which some salty taste is there when you eat. You all know that is a type of sweet cream. And cultured cream is the cream where microbes are used for the production of the cream. So these are the two types. So this chapter is quite easy. You don't have to keep in mind any difficult terms. You have to keep in mind names of the microorganisms, fermentation process, the microorganism proportion, and all these things you are coming across in your day-to-day life. So it is quite easy. Only thing is you have to learn them properly and you have to write them properly. So this was all about today's discussion. Thank you.